Before I get started, I do just want to let you know that there is a link in the description to the game. You can play it for free in the browser on itch.io, and I appreciate any feedback or interest in my game. Thank you. Recently, Disney has released a live-action adaptation of their classic animated film Snow White, and the film has not been financially successful so far, and I think I know why. Classic Disney films were often accompanied by video games. Back when I was younger, I can remember there being a game to come out with a lot of the big Disney movies, and I remember going to rent those games and getting excited about the movie, or maybe seeing the movie and getting excited about the game. It was kind of like this swirling vortex of marketing and movies and games. It was actually kind of fun. I have a lot of happy memories of playing the Bugs Life game. For me and my friends, the Bugs Life game was really bigger than the movie. It was really exciting. So, for whatever reasons, Disney opted out of making a video game based on their new Snow White film, and so I decided that I'm going to do it for them for free. Maybe this can give Snow White a second life at the box office or on streaming or something like that. This is my thank you to Disney for all the happy memories I have just swirling around in that marketing vortex of video games and movies. On the technical side of things, I'm going to use Godot because it is free. For my graphics, I'm going to be using the Microsoft snipping tool and GIMP because they are also free. For sound effects, I'm going to be using Chiptone because it is free. For my music, I will elaborate more later on some of the decisions I made regarding the music, but technically I used Logic because I have it on a super old Mac Mini that I used to use back when I was a rock and roller. Many old licensed games are platformers, and so that just seemed like a natural genre to work with for this Snow White game. Snow White loves nature, so I figured what I would do is have each level have some sort of callback to nature, and that would be how you complete the level. And then collecting the dwarves just kind of seems like a no-brainer. There'll be the 7 dwarves that you find throughout the game, and maybe do a good ending and a bad ending. An ending if you get to the end without finding all the dwarves, and a good ending if you get them all. So the first thing I wanted to get going was the graphics. I am not talented, so drawing Snow White and the dwarves was not really an option for me. I watched the trailer for some inspiration, and I figured I could snip images out of the trailer and wind up animating Snow White maybe in a Mortal Kombat style, like how those games use real actors for their graphics. The dancing clip in the trailer has a lot of movement, so I figured that would be a good piece to work with. And after a little bit of work, I came up with this. I think it looks pretty good. Now, is this how the professionals do it? Yes, it is, and I'm very proud of my work. Then I needed the bunny at the end of the level, so I found these animals and I got the bunny. Then I needed some background art for the background and the tile map for the character to move along. So I just looked at these parts of the trailer and look at that, it's starting to look like a game. Now for the dwarves, the movie trailer gave me this great image of all the dwarves just standing there, so I just clipped them all out of there and was able to kind of trim their faces in GIMP and get them right into my Godot project. The music is a very big part of this project. Now, in the original film, there's the classic hi ho, it's off to work we go song, and I wanted some variation of that song for this game. And again, being old, I remember when Warped Tour and metalcore was a really big thing. So I thought back to when those bands would do cool cover albums of pop songs, and I thought maybe a core style version of Hi Ho would be rad. I really wanted to get Under Oath to do the song for me, but I have no money and no connections within the music industry. So I got out my old band gear and thought I would get in touch with my old band before the Hope of Rising Alive. But everyone from the band has grown up and they all have lives, and they don't really want to talk to me anymore. So I just decided to record the metalcore cover of Hi Ho myself. I'll save it for those of you that really want to try the game, but I'm very proud of how it turned out. Now getting to the end, it's basically time to wrap the game up, but what would an indie game be without a little bit of feature creep to slow down development time? So at this point, I decided to look at the time limit and consider adding in a great ending for anyone who complete the game in under 1 minute. I am not good enough to finish the game this fast and get all the 7 dwarves, so that's going to be left up to y'all to test if that third great ending will show up if you can finish the game fast enough. I added another feature where if you repeatedly press B over and over and over again, you will slowly build up speed, and then you can press H to reset it if you feel like you're going too fast. I think skilled players will really be able to figure out how to utilize this feature to get super fast through the game. And there you have it. That is my Snow White the movie, the game. Again, I appreciate any interest in the game, and any feedback would be really appreciated overall. Thank you so much for checking out this video, and if you thought it was fun to play this game or learn a bit more about how I made it, please like and subscribe. Thanks again. I hope you all have a great day.